As this is my first year studying media, I have learnt a lot about how to use a camera, how to edit the film, media terminology, and the different shot types to show different ideas. I found it quite easy to use the HD camera and remembered to use all the tips and rules I had learnt in lesson, like the rule of third and tips on lighting. As the project progressed, I feel we began to speed up with setting up the camera and getting the shots we needed, as we learnt more about how to use it properly. By learning what the different shot types showed, we were able to film shots that had different connotations and therefore more meaning. I learnt how to use a range of computer programs that I had never used before when editing our film, like GarageBand and Premiere Pro. I started to learn by experimenting with the programs, but found it rather tricky at first. However, after reading a few user manuals written by previous users, I started to pick up the skills needed. I found the user manuals helpful as they were written in a language I could understand. The hardest part for me was cutting the film at the exact point needed, but once I found shortcuts to help me edit, I found it a lot easier and quicker to get my part of the editing done. When it came to the coursework side of the project, I had to learn how to use websites like Prezi.com, Authorstream.com, and Wix.com. Prezi took me a while to understand the way it works as I had never used it before. But now I've spent a lot of time using it, I am able to quickly create a Prezi without a question. I struggled to find the embedded code on Prezi.com and Authorstream.com, so I watched YouTube videos on how to do it in order to learn. Wix.com was a difficult website to use as the layout has recently changed, so all the how-to videos contain outdated information. This led me to experiment until I found out for myself or created an alternative solution. When editing our film, we came across the problem that the software on the brand new HD cameras was too advanced for the software on the old Windows computers. So we had to abort our editing on the Windows computers and start again on the Mac computers. Although this set us back on production a few weeks, we were able to catch up as the Macs were a lot quicker and had the correct software. I had never used a Mac before, so it took me a while to get used to the different layout and mouse. I still struggle as I rarely use a Mac, but have been coping well with the alterations.